This is now live, so if you're watching this and you want to watch this on YouTube, you can now. We're live on YouTube as well. Hi everyone, how are you today? I hope that you are well. So I've got two videos happening, two things happening at the same time, so I hope that you are watching. So hello if you're watching. Hello everyone who's joining the live stream chat. The chat you're going to see up in the window there is actually the YouTube chat rather than this other one, so just bear with me here a second. I will get all of those videos working. Hello everybody. So you're watching this channel, you're watching the chat right now. It's because we had an issue with videoing and I decided that we needed to re-film two of the shows that I filmed last night. It was a continuity error or a problem essentially with the camera. I was a little bit too close to the green screen, which meant that my hair was being chopped off, and also my shirt. I pulled my shirt down and ended up pulling my shirt down further than my jacket, and unfortunately it was the same colour as the skin, so it looked like I was showing off my belly even though I wasn't. So I decided, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to have we're not going to have that happen. Alright, there is a sync problem apparently with the audio, so let's see if we can fix that. Hello, the sound is ahead of the video. Really? Interesting. Alright, let me see if I can fix that. I don't know if you're watching this on Periscope, if you can see the same issue. If you can, then let me know, because we don't like having those kind of issues on our streams. Let me just see if the Periscope one is having issues as well. So I'll log into the Periscope one. We'll see if the Periscope one is having the same issue, and if it's not, then we'll just go ahead and I will carry on talking. If it is, then maybe we'll stop the stream and start again. I don't know. This is new software, we're trying it out, so bear with me. There we go. The connection is a little bit slow. Hello from Slough, hello from New Zealand, hello over all these other things. One. Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Hang on. Let's try again. Oh. All right. Let me see if I can get a delay on here. Audio delay, video delay. 1. All right. One. Ooh, right. Ooh, right. Let's see. 1. Ooh, that's pretty close. Not sure why that's happening. This is when we have issues with the connection and everything else. So bear with me. We're going to keep trying. I'm going to actually see if I can hear the audio coming out here. It's not going to let me play it. Well, that's interesting. One. Ooh. Okay. Well, I don't know what's going on there. Okay, so the video and the audio is out of sync, and I will try and just bring on almost spot on. Let's try that. Let's see if that fixes it. Almost there. So I'm trying to fix. Not quite. It's a bit too far. Here we go. There we go. I think I fixed the problem. So tell me, watch this. I just said I think I fixed the problem. So if you get to that point, and it seems like it's spot on, then let me know and I will fix it. We're using 100% of my system CPU right now, so it might be that my computer is just working too hard to try and get all of these things done. Alright, so I'm using 100% of my system CPU right now, so let me get rid of some of these other programs, and hopefully that will free up my computer. This is a new piece of software that I haven't used before. Well, it's not. It's a new version of a piece of software that I've been using for some time, and I just want to make sure that it works. So fix now, chat is behind. Which company am I most looking forward to what they do with electric cars? Honestly, the mainstream automakers. I'm interested to see what Nissan, General Motors, Toyota, believe it or not, all these companies that have to date been a little low on electric vehicles. I'm interested to see what they're going to do, and not so much Nissan and Chevy, because obviously they already do make EVs. So now if you could just fix the massive lag between the stream and the chat. Oh, there you go. I'm sorry. We're getting there slowly. So I'm not entirely sure why that lag happened, but it did, and for that I'm sorry. But hopefully now we'll get it running. I think part of the problem is that I'm using all of my computer CPU to get all of this video out. I'm doing 2 streams at the same time. I'm using a huge amount of memory. Like my computer is running at maximum CPU power to get this stream out, because it's using the graphics card and not a lot else. So just so that you know, there's not going to be a video today, because a main video, because as I said earlier on in the stream, we had some problems with the recording of that, so I'm going to re-record those today. Transport Evolve TEN is going to be late because various people have said they would rather it be late and come and come with the Tesla Semi news and included than it would to be early and not to include Tesla Semi news. So that's what's going on there. There's going to be lots of flying cars in this week, so a lot of air stuff in this week's show, which would be good. Can I start a Bolt playlist? I don't know. I will do. Maybe I will. The only electric car you can get in New Zealand is the Hyundai Ioniq and the i3, the BMW i3 as well. Alright, what CPU do I have? Well, I have an i7 4770K processor. My machine is actually a beast. I can give you the specs right here. So I have a 3.8 gigahertz Intel Core i7 4th generation or 3rd generation. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM. I have a Radeon, an AMD 480? I can't remember. But it is 100% of all the cores. I am looking to upgrade the computer, but I need to raise about $7,000 for the next computer for editing, and that sounds like a lot of money, but it really isn't, because of what I'm doing. Let me move the camera so that I'm in the middle of the shot. There you go, that's better. So I need to raise a fair amount of money for my computer, and yes, it's going to be fun. A lot of people get a Semi over Tesla. Any idea on what the Lucid Air might be doing in the next year as far as financing goes? I don't. I'm sorry. Why do you think BMW didn't upgrade the i3 with its recent facelift? Why do you think it's purely as they haven't got enough competition and size market, or only Leaf and Zoe? I think the i3 is a unique car that was built with new technology, and for BMW to completely redesign that car from the ground up would mean that it would lose a lot of the technology that it constructed specifically for that car. So I think we're going to see the i3 around for a while, and we'll go on from there. AMD is where you're hurting NVIDIA all the way. Yes, but no. So I do all my video editing on a Mac Pro, on a Hackintosh Pro. And NVIDIA doesn't work for Final Cut Pro. So for video rendering, I need AMD. So my next graphics card is going to be an AMD Founders Edition 64. I've forgotten the name of the card. It's got 16 gig of memory, so it's going to be big. Australia. Hi, I'm Aston, and I'm 10 years old. Do you think I will need a driver's license? When you're older, initially, yes. I think you should have one. I think everybody should have a driving license. Will you need to use it? Probably not. You know? I'm sorry, there's a presentation going on in the office next door. My daughter is going to get a driving license if I can persuade her, and probably my son too, because I think driving licenses are very important. Also, hello to the stream who are watching on Periscope. Hello. I think driving licenses are very important, and I think it's useful to have one even if you don't use it, because at some point in the future, you know, if autonomous vehicles take off, great, but if autonomous vehicles don't take off, or you need to drive an older vehicle for whatever reason, having a driving license is a skill. It's like being able to write cursive. You might not need it in the future, but it's nice to have. It's a nice to have. And yeah, I know NVIDIA drivers are going to help for macOS, but the problem is they lag, and AMD is bundled into OS X moving forwards, certainly for now. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at that looking forward. The AMD Vega 64 Founders Edition, I do, thank you. I'm a bit tired. It's been a stressful couple of days, and there are people being really noisy next door, but hey, let me shut the door. Not that it makes much difference, because this is an open-topped office. Hopefully in 2 months' time that will change. I'm not going to talk any more about it because I haven't signed any contracts yet, but nudge, nudge, wink, wink. All right. So, will $200 oil help EVs to capture the market like solar is doing? I think so, probably. Yes, probably. Hello, you Elise in the Periscope. Hello, I'm sorry about the noise in the background. They are noisy. They've kept the door open now. They're doing this kind of sales rah-rah-rah thing. And there's presentations going on in other rooms as well. So there we are. Worse still for Australia, where luxury car tax for some EVs. Well, I mean, if it's a luxury car, I don't mind paying. I think you should pay tax on it if it's a luxury vehicle. But affordable EVs for mainstream buyers should not be taxed, or should have incentives to help. So there we go. But I also support the chance of having EV technology incentivized at the point of manufacture rather than the point of purchase. And at the same point, I would love it if we have a situation where automakers are penalised for producing polluting vehicles. But at the same point, I also think that we electric car drivers should pay for upkeep of roads. I'm not one of these people that think that, you know, things are the way they are. Where are my Bose headphones? My Bose headphones are broken. The cable, the little socket on the inside broke, and Bose was supposed to send me a replacement pair, which cost me a couple of $100. Unfortunately, I was kind of disappointed. Bose did not tell me that they were out of stock, so I had to ring up and say, hey, where are my headphones? Turns out they didn't have any in stock. They're sending me the new Quiet Comfort 35s as an apology. So I'll get some new headphones in a couple of weeks, basically. So I've got to use these for now, and they're terrible. They can't turn out the noise. Hello from Siberia? Wow. Didn't know anybody watched me in Siberia. Hello from Virginia, but no incentives in Australia at all. No, that's true. Hello from Slovakia. Again, hello from Slovakia again. I guess the cat is out of the bag. and maybe I should probably mention it. I'm in the process of securing a new studio for Transport Evolved. It's very exciting. I can't tell you any more than that at the moment. We have a potential property. We're going through all of the insurance and all of the lease agreements, and it's all legal stuff. And it's one of the reasons why I haven't produced many videos this week, because I've been busy doing that. Next week, I'm going to take a week off for Thanksgiving. I might put 1 or 2 videos up Monday and Tuesday, but I'm not going to put any other stuff off. Did I watch Robert's upload earlier on? No, because I haven't got around to watching it yet, but I'm sure it's going to be Daily Mail said this about electric cars. Oh, it makes me so angry. Or he'll do the Daily Mail voice. Oh, electric cars are really bad for the environment. They burn coal. They're not as good as diesel. He'll have done the silly voice. I love it when he does that. I love watching Robert's videos. Hello from Germany, wie geht's? Sony has some new noise cancelling headphones for a great price, working better than the Bose. Well, you know, I've already got my Bose headphones on the way, so it's a bit of a moot point there. Decisions. Funnily enough, the video that I was going to show you today, the video that I was going to put up, was actually about should you keep your model through reservation. I'm going to refilm it. Written the script. Also, there's one about Terrafugia on the way. I filmed them yesterday when I was a bit tired. I didn't quite get the setup correct, and the top of my head was not quite in shot for the green screen. Additionally, I pulled my t-shirt down too far. That sounds silly, but I thought my t-shirt was riding up, so I pulled it down, and I pulled it below my jacket, and so it looks like I'm showing off my belly because it's a white t-shirt. So I'm going to refilm that. You don't want to see that. And that's where we go from there. Do you think Tesla will make autonomous driving work with no further sensors? Why does everyone else need LiDAR? Well, LiDAR and visual sensors work well together. I think Tesla, maybe it's just decided that visual is enough. I'm not sure. Are you covering the Tesla Semi event in your future videos? We'll be covering it on 10 tomorrow. I haven't started writing 10 yet. For those who don't know, my videos take on average about, if I'm doing like the little 10-minute videos that I do, they take about 4 hours to make. So I write the script, which takes an hour, maybe 2. Then I film it. The filming itself takes 5-10 minutes. Setting up the studio, putting all the green screen up and all the lights, getting the lights right, everything else, making sure the camera's in the right place. All of that takes about half an hour. Tearing it down takes 10 minutes. Putting the makeup on takes 5 minutes. So that's another hour. And then the final bit, maybe an hour to an hour and a half of editing and pushing out the door. 10 takes about 3 hours to write the script, about an hour in total, maybe an hour and a half to set up, film, tear down, and then 2 or 3 hours to edit, sometimes 4 hours to edit because it's a long show. And I produce obviously a different version for the guys down in New Zealand. So I haven't started writing that today. That's normally my Thursday job. I've been trying to produce 10 on a Thursday because my clients in New Zealand are a day ahead of me, so they like seeing it on. So if you're watching in New Zealand, it's Friday already. Hello Friday. So they get the show on Friday morning as best as I can manage. This time we're going to be a little bit late so that we can get the Tesla Semi stuff in. How do you think governments will claim the revenue back when nobody is buying petrol and diesel? I think we'll probably see a pence per mile, or maybe a regulation that says you can't charge from a wall, you have to use a charging station and therefore meter it and charge you that way. What's the current wheel-to-wheel scenario for EVs in the USA? I'm afraid I don't know that. I don't have that on the top of my head. It does depend on where you live. If you live somewhere like the Pacific Northwest, where there's lots of hydroelectricity and the energy mix is very clean, I can't speak, and the electricity is very clean, then obviously it's not very high, but if you're somewhere in a cold states, then yes. Got to go. Ingress, the game awaits. I'd love to know more about that. What's the point of Audi showing the new electric car and at the same time announcing that it's creating a new gasoline and diesel, not so polluting? Honestly, I don't know. It might be shareholders, it might be, the board holding on, being afraid. I covered this a little bit yesterday, actually, when discussing the point of that. Am I going to TeslaCon? People are just going to keep asking me this until I go. Let's find out. I'm going to look online at TeslaCon. That's TeslaCon 8, that's steampunk. I don't know if that's what I'm looking for. There are two different events. There's TeslaCon online, it's the 16th of December. Request an invite, there you go. Here we go, then I will. I'm going to ask Ben for a ticket, there you go. There you go. I need to buy one. I don't know, or maybe Ben will offer me a ticket. I'd love to take part. I mean, I've got the streaming capabilities of doing that. So that's what we're trying out now, to be honest. There you go. People ask me why I don't do Tesla events, why I don't cover Tesla events all that much. Because I get a lot of stick for already giving a lot of coverage for Tesla, but also because I don't get access to a lot of Tesla stuff. And honestly, Tesla feels very cliquey. A lot of Tesla owners can be quite cliquey. And if you're not driving a Tesla, they don't want to know. Have I sold my RAV4 yet? I part exchanged it because it wasn't working and giving us the reliability that we needed. And that's sad, I know, but that's unfortunately the reality of the situation. While you are on Google, what does it say floofy is? Should I look? Here we go. It's right here. Urban Dictionary. Floof. It means one of the definitions refers to lady parts, but that's not true. I wonder if people know. That's why I put a space. I remember actually that I remember putting that. But floof derived from fluff is an adjective used to describe a ridiculously fluffy object or animal, usually a long-haired cat or an equally hairy dog. It can also be used as a verb to floof someone, but this only applies to furry fandom in which one furry uses his/her fur, in the case of a long-haired furry again, to overwhelm his friend fur with fluffy fur. It can also be used as a cute, non-malicious scolding or a cheering word. I didn't know that, but in the case of the furry fandom, floof, refers to a floof in an electric vehicle, which is where it comes from. All right. I should be a keynote speaker. I'd love to be. I don't know. Nobody's invited me, so there we go. Is your keyboard right next to your microphone? That thing is loud. No, it's not. But this is my mechanical keyboard. This is my baby. It is a Matthias Tactile Pro keyboard. It's a fully mechanical keyboard with cherry switches, and I love it. So if I type in the chat, hello, this is my keyboard. I love it very much. I'm also quite a fast typer, so there you go. That is where it comes from. Thoughts on Germany and coal production? I don't think we should make coal anymore. We shouldn't get coal out of the ground. And unlike a certain president who believes that clean coal is scrubbing the coal, It's not good. Judy's, that is old. No, this is not. This is a Tactile Pro 3 keyboard. It's like 2 years old. This keyboard is 2 years old. It's actually based on the original Mac mechanical keyboard, and if you're a fast typist like I am, it's much more pleasant to work on than any modern keyboard. You can buy them. They are very often a lot like the old Mac keyboards. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this one's got all the keys on it and everything. It's a British version of this keyboard. You can take it apart and wash it in the dishwasher. It's lovely. I've done that a couple of times. So there you go. Just trying to see. Yeah, I don't own a Tesla car or a Powerwall, and honestly, I would not. I don't think I would own a Tesla. And that's not because I don't like Tesla, it's because I don't have the time and the energy to, if things go wrong, to wait for the car to be fixed. I want my car, if my car goes wrong, to drop it off at a garage, have it fixed and bring it back. And this ties in with the reason why we got rid of the RAV. Currently I live in a rental property. We have a one-car garage and a parking space in front of that garage. We don't have any space for project vehicles. Even if I get this new office, which I'm looking at, we won't have space there for a project vehicle. And until I buy my own house and I have parking on my driveway, or I have like a double car or a triple car garage, I'm not going to have a space for a project car, and I need to be able to get to work and from work. And I also need to be able to do kind of these emergency trips that sometimes are required because of my life and my family. So there we go. Nikki, is France's 2040 ban ambitious enough? Should it be 2029 instead? I think 2040 is ambitious enough. Certainly from a practical point of view, I'd rather it was 2029. I'd rather it was tomorrow. But, you know, there are all kinds of vehicles in France. I mean, France is very, 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 historically has been very pro-diesel. So there's loads of diesel vehicles on the road, and you can't just ban vehicles in short order, because those people who have those vehicles need to have time to plan and adjust, especially if they're in a smaller budget. This is America. Get a 5-car garage with an elevator. I wish. I cannot afford that yet. Transport Evolved's not bringing in that kind of money. The Unity EV from Sweden, what do you think about it? The crowdfunded EV, yeah, I think it's great. I need to do a video on it at some point. So that's going to be another thing that I'm looking at into. I don't think it's going to become mainstream for the same reasons that I don't think a lot of startup companies are going to become mainstream. It's very hard to produce a vehicle from scratch. You know, that's very, very tough. Hello to everybody who's watching in the stream on Twitter, by the way. Hello there. Did I hear? Sorry, off topic. But great news about the gay marriage vote in Australia. Did you hear? Yes, I did. Plans for an electric scooter or motorbike? Do I have plans? I would love to get an electric motorbike. I've been eyeing up the Zero DS for a while. I would want the Zero DS with the larger capacity battery pack. But at the moment I have to buy a house. So my house is my top priority. And health, I need to lose some pounds, and so I'm going to buy a bicycle this year, another bicycle. I've already got one, but I'm going to buy a more capable bicycle that's a little lighter and a little easier to use, because I've got an old shopper style bike at the moment that I do ride regularly, but you know, we are also working with somebody on EV motorcycles. We've got a new member of the team coming on board in a few months. They're currently working on an interview video for me, and when I say interview video, they're working on a video that will prove to me that they are the right stuff at making videos. I've worked with them in the past, but not on videos. So they are coming. They're producing a video, and we'll see it soon, hopefully. What made you choose to live in the United States rather than France or Germany? Well, there's two reasons. One, language. My French is not good. My French is okay. I've got schoolgirl French. My French is okay. My German is worse. But my wife doesn't speak German or French. She speaks Spanish. And she is American. And we needed to move somewhere where, for family reasons, we had a family member who needed some medical treatments that were not being provided in the UK, and we needed to move somewhere where they could be provided. And the US was that place. Yes, we had to pay for it, and it's cost us a lot of money, but that person has now got the treatment they need, and they're recovering, so that's good. Now I'm going for dinner. Goodbye to Porto, Portugal. Come back to the grey and damp UK. I don't know. Especially when the electric car. The American government hates the electric car. No. Scott Pruitt and Donald Trump hate the electric car. There are still lots of supporters in the American government for EVs. So there we go. That's pretty much it. That's where I'm coming from. All right, so I'm going to stop this stream because unfortunately I have to head back to work. But I wanted you to know, why there wasn't a video uploaded today. As I say, we're going to have probably a couple of videos next week, and then I'm going to have a week off for my own mental health reasons, but also because it's Thanksgiving and I want to have some time to spend with my family. Why don't I plan... Oh, okay, I've got some more questions coming in, so I'll answer those quickly. Why don't you plan your home somewhere in southern states, Los Angeles, Nevada, with solar roof custom built? Because cost, and also because I like the Pacific Northwest and I don't like hot weather. I do not like hot weather. I do not like hot weather at all. So yes, as I was saying, there will be a couple of videos coming. Kate's working on a couple of new videos at the moment, which is great. She's got some scripts she's sent to me to approve. I will hopefully be able to give you an official formal announcement on any plans we may or may not have to move the studio. And if we do that, we will have a proper green screen. We'll have a proper studio, we'll have proper lights, there will be places for me to stand on the floor, and we won't have any more of the stupid nonsense that we have sometimes when I film something and it's not quite right and I have to go back and refilm it. So, thank you, keep evolving.